I'm Vilhelm Hedberg. I'm the founder of eCar, which is the first and largest self-drive mobility company in the Middle East. What we have is a platform by which you can car share or subscribe to vehicles across the UAE and in Saudi Arabia. I was selected as an Endeavor Entrepreneur in 2020. Now we're talking about building out our tech team. So tech is, of course, a massively important element of any scaling business in today's world. And especially in the Gulf, it comes with a lot of its own challenges. So when we first started focusing on our own tech build in-house, the first decision I made was to bring on board a head of technology. And for that, we actually were able to find somebody not in region. We found somebody in Canada that we brought over to help facilitate with the building of this team. We're very lucky to have brought on board what we consider a superstar head of tech. One of the important elements that you have to recognize once you're first building out your tech team is that you're going to really want to make sure that you have somebody who knows what they're talking about in the beginning, because this is going to pave the way effectively for all the output that's going to be coming out over the course of the time this individual is leading this team. So once our head of tech joined eCar, from there we had to make some critical decisions on how we were going to spend money, how we're going to spend capital towards building the tech team, and from where we are going to source that talent. These are critical questions. So in the Gulf, one of the challenges is that the amount of available tech resources is far more limited in this region than it is in other regions of the world. So once we started building out our tech team, what we uncovered very quickly was we actually had to look both internationally and domestically for our talent. So we made a decision to actually outsource a pretty significant chunk of our tech team with a company based in the Ukraine that was doing work. We liked the Ukraine setup because it was cost effective, but also the output and the work that they were able to do was absolutely fantastic. So we were very happy with having a sort of a hybrid system where we have staff both here in-house and staff that are based in the Ukraine. As far as employing staff here in region, we found the best tool was to use a recruiter in finding great talent. Looking ourselves on LinkedIn and these kinds of other systems was not as efficient, we learned, as utilizing recruitment services that are specifically focused on technology. And that's helped us bridge the gap and be able to create a really robust tech team. Today we have around 25 tech employees in total at eCar, and that's going to probably double over the course of the next 12 months as we're looking to expand out our business. So when I first looked for a head of technology, somebody who can spearhead the team and really help us guide the way, I recognized how important that individual was. And that was really one of the core hires at eCar, that especially in the transitioning time from us moving from utilizing an out-of-the-box car sharing software to actually building an in-house solution. And I went out effectively looking for many months to try to find the perfect fit and had a lot of interviews. But ultimately what it came down to was recognizing that this is somebody who shared the vision of eCar, nearly even a co-founder status, somebody who really, for us, like bled blue, understood what eCar stands for and believed in the vision and could speak to it. But then secondly, from a tech perspective, because again, my background isn't tech, was to have people, again, mentors, people who are smarter than me, test him. We actually had a pretty rigorous testing system set up for our candidates. And ultimately, we had one shining star who came out from all this, who we then hired. Now, that head of tech now at eCar, it's his responsibility at this point to ensure that we onboard the appropriate either front-end or back-end developers or the product people that we have in-house and utilize his skill sets. There's a terminology or methodology that is utilized by our head of tech called the agile methodology. As I've understood it, it's about continual improvement. Effectively, sprints are blocked into 4-week cycles, and they constantly iterate. Everything is updated in our systems such that we have full visibility on what projects are ongoing, how people are spending each sort of minute of the day towards which project, and we allocate sprints and resources accordingly. So for all sort of introductory or even getting into growth stage businesses, speaking to the founders out there, if you're looking at actually building out a great tech team, but you're on a limited budget, one consideration to make is how can you maybe utilize an ESOP package? Or if you're not looking for necessarily a co-founder CTO, for example, but utilizing actually and creating an ESOP pool or an employee stock option plan to be able to onboard talent that you could maybe otherwise not necessarily afford to pay for on a salary basis, but somebody who might share with your vision of the business, that you could give some equity into the company, such that you're ensuring that you're putting yourself into a path of sort of alignment and a path to scale your business even quicker and more efficiently. So in summary, if you're looking to build a tech team, early on you want to get a great head of technology. Point number one. Point number two is this head of technology that you're aspiring to hire, make sure that they're interviewed with a group of experts to really test their skill sets and also ensure that you align on your vision. If you can't afford somebody who you absolutely love because their salary expectation might be a bit high, consider utilizing ESOP. Consider actually providing equity in the business to onboard those special people or that special individual to join you on your vision. And finally, when that person's onboarded, you're going to need to figure out whether or not you want to build a team in-house or out-of-house or a hybrid of both. You need to understand your strategic builds. And for that, you need to ensure that that individual head of tech has the experience to bring on board teams from outside or from inside.